Oh my God. Okay, so I think my internet just like reset because also my chapter completely reloaded.
Oh no. Like last night, like the whole of like T-Mobile crashed and I couldn't like call anyone or text anyone for like 3 hours.
Oh, jeez.
It was a thing, but luckily I
That's
was
been
like
happening, but
home.
that's been happening more and more. And then there was like that weird. Okay, so we had the UFO sightings.
Right? Right.
I've been laughing so hard because like there's three different stories. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
UFOs. Okay, which doesn't
Yes.
mean aliens. Okay, get that out of the way. Um,
You're no fun.
I know, but like honestly, yeah, there's probably aliens. Okay, even like some of the greatest astronomers in the world who work at the observatory in Hawaii, like they have this regular debate and they're all 95% sure, but they debate about the 5%. Okay. But if they actually cared, they would have shown themselves to us. So there's that part.
I'm like
So
thinking about I'm just like, but maybe the aliens know every time we see something strange, we try to kill it and autopsy it, so I wouldn't show them to me either.
I mean, but like if they can like warp speed travel, they're more intelligent than us. Or at least
Yeah.
their technology is more advanced.
Yeah.
Not necessarily more intelligent, better technology. So anyway, so then the other theory is it's garbage. It was garbage. We shut down garbage.
We shot down garbage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then the third theory was that it was a spy drone from China. And I'm like, okay, so you guys are trying to right the war because that's what we have to do. We have to have an excuse to go to war because we need to make money because we haven't done that in a while.
So, how would we be shooting down garbage? Like, how to get up there?
Because it was a balloon,
Oh, like a real balloon? Like a real balloon.
like a bag, yeah, like a
Oh,
bag on a drone.
okay.
Yeah, but according to the LA Times, those were the three possible things, and then I got bored, and so I didn't read the whole article because I'm like,
I mean,
each is I, I don't. I'm just like trying to write a war. That all it really comes down to me is like they're
no,
trying to
that's
write a war.
that's fair because my mother-in-law was listening to the bad news and they were just like this thing from China and Heather looks at me and she's like they've collectively lost their minds and I'm like yeah I'm just pretending I'm not listening because it's like it's making me feel bad in my
Yeah,
body
yeah,
so
yeah. We have to write a war. Like that's
right.
it. We have to write an excuse.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all it ever really is at the end of the day, right? And honestly, it doesn't matter what country it's coming from.
Mm-hmm.
All powerhouses like to write these narratives to create this propaganda. And honestly, I think that at this point, it's because, oh, we can't really do anything with Russia. Russia and China are like, cohabitating together or whatever they're doing now. I don't fucking know or care. And it's just we have to be against a communist party. Like that's it. As the US, we have to do that in order to keep our narrative straight. And that's how we make money. And honestly, it's one of the stupidest decisions if we do it that we'll probably ever have. And
Mm-hmm.
I think we're still mad because they won't buy our trash.
Fair.
They used to buy our garbage. We
Oh
used to
yeah.
sell them our garbage and they would burn it and get rid of it and make ethanol. And Trump messed up the tariff agreements
Mm.
because he wanted them to pay us
Mm,
for our trash. No.
that's not how that works, but
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
obviously.
Right.
With actual garbage, right? Like
With actual garbage. Oh my God, but that part is so funny. That part is so funny. It's either a UFO, it's either aliens, it's garbage, or it's a spy drone.
uh, I want
Shoot it.
actual garbage or aliens. I
Well,
don't
like
I
it
don't trust
reminds me
China.
of it reminded me of the scene of American Beauty with the trash bag floating in the air that became a meme.
Yeah.
And that movie actually came out during Venus and Scorpio. Like that's such Venus and Scorpio vibes is a beautiful bag, shopping bag, garbage floating in the wind.
Yeah, yeah, the what is it,
That's
the
the aesthetic.
Katy Perry song? You ever feel like a plastic bag
Right?
floating in the wind, getting shot down by America?
Yeah. Oh my God. It's so good. That's so good. Oh my goodness. Okay. Junko's corner or Junko's play. Snack.
Yeah.
Seventh
Snack.
floor.
Yeah, and what is Hachi? Hachi's reading Parakiss,
Right? Well, it's because they're advertising Parakiss because this would have been about the time that Parakiss came out.
right? But isn't that
Mhm.
weird how the worlds just are? It's like I am a
This is
character who's
this is what I
reading,
mean. It's because it's the whole universe. They
right?
mentioned some of the others in here too.
They do.
Yeah. So, but like, I think it's really funny because, I mean, George is hot. I agree. Um, because she's like, your curry's so lucky. I want George to hold me in his arms like a princess too. And I'm like, don't we all?
I mean, I you know my feels. I'm like George, you're all fine. But if I'm going to be if I'm going to be treated slightly poorly by a person, I'd rather it be Takumi,
Well,
not
that's fair.
George.
That's fair. I mean that yeah, no, that's absolutely fair. Um, but like George doesn't like cheat on Yukari.
No, he's just I don't know. I don't know if he would ever want to do like Parakiss like later. I don't know because it's so hard to peg like how George feels about stuff. Like
Oh no, I
he's
definitely I want to do all of them.
oh, okay. Okay, noted.
I mean, no, if we keep going, you know what I mean. But
Yeah, no fair.
I think that Parakiss would be good. Also with Gokujo coming out,
Yeah. Oh, I'm actually very excited for that.
right? Um,
I want George to make me clothes. That's like the only thing I'm like just make me pretty clothing.
dude,
Like that's all
George
I
is
want
so
from you.
talented,
He's so
so talented.
talented. Yeah, make me
No, like
beautiful clothes.
my problem is like I love I this is my toxic trait. I love a man who doesn't fucking care,
Mm.
but I want them to care, just only for me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. That's
Right?
yeah. But I feel like I've always kind of known that about you. But you're like, but I like this one, and especially with like say Howl for example. I'm like, but Howl has a little bit of that, a little bit like
Oh, absolutely.
yeah, like the
Absolutely.
mm,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
aloof. You
Yep.
want an aloof.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
You want a
Um,
cat boyfriend. A
I
cat.
do. Not a golden retriever boyfriend. I want a cat boyfriend. Thanks.
Yes, yes. That makes sense for you
No, it does. Uh,
though.
um, but anyway, like Hachi is like crying about essentially how she wants George, and of course she does, and I don't blame her. I don't blame her. Um, and Junko is like, listen to me. That guy's only nice in the beginning. He'll definitely do something bad later.
Oh, interesting. In mine, she gives a very specific quote unquote bad thing he'll do.
What is it?
She says, "Soon he'll be dripping candle wax on you."
Oh my god.
I'm like, listen, don't kink shame.
Oh, oh wow, that is very specific.
It is. I'm just like, oh, you're
When did Parakiss become a hentai? Hey, somebody get on that.
right. I was like, Junko, listen, some people are into that. Okay, Hachi doesn't even know. She might be into that. You don't
She
know?
might be. She might be. She might be. Um, and Hachi's like, but he's so handsome. She goes like, you think so? He has a weird face.
She's not into George. She is not about George.
No, no, Um, all you gotta do is join Parakiss team. We'll trade you for Arashi. I love that.
Me too. They're just gonna swap characters.
Right? We'll just take Arashi.
Right?
And Jugo's like, why Arashi? And Nana's in her head. George could take me as a seventh wife. You want to be a sister wife, Hachi?
Right? Like you have your own aloof man
But
in
like George doesn't want to be like his father. I think that you're thinking about George's father
oh yeah.
with all of
Yeah.
his mistresses. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Right? Also, we're still stuck on the fact that you want a boyfriend again and really confused because yesterday you swore off love.
Yeah. Yep. Was all a
Um,
lie.
and so Nana's like, I heard he's a really good guitar player. We'll ask him to join our band.
And then poor Nobu.
Right? And he's like, what? What about me? And like, I think Arashi's band is the Babies. Um, I know that in the Parakiss anime, the ending song is Franz Ferdinand.
Oh, okay.
And Parakiss is the anime is done by Madhouse, and they actually mention in this here. Yasu says, "Can't we stop discussing a manga under another editor?"
Fragile Yazawaverse.
Right. Through the fourth wall.
Right.
And so uh Junko delivers hot sake,
Yeah.
and Yasu's like, "You're classy today, Junko." And Nobu's like, "It's worth waiting for. Last time the snack bar was closed." And Yasu's like, "Nobu, didn't you stop drinking?" And he's like, ha, 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 it doesn't matter. Don't be so harsh. It doesn't matter if I get drunk in the bonus pages. We're backstage.
Which I think is very funny. It's just like there's two yous and one of you can get drunk and the other one is not allowed.
Right? Right? Um,
You just use
uh,
that excuse normally, like it's okay, it's backstage me.
it's backstage me.
I can get as drunk as I want.
Oh my god, I might need to take that sometime when I actually drink again.
It's fine. It's
So
just backstage
it's
here.
just backstage, Kirsten. Don't mind me. Um, and so Junko is like, "Here, you can do whatever you want with no worries." And Nana's like, "Tell me, Junko, your choice of drawings is rather suspicious, isn't it?" And Haji's in the background, "Oh, George," with little heart bubbles.
Yep.
And the illustration is Sachiko.
I mean, there is a few, but one of them is Hachi too with Shoji. But
Is
there's
that
a
one?
lot. It looks like
Yeah,
a
it is.
pair.
Okay. Okay, so one is.
One is, but yeah, the rest you're right. Oh, it's all Sachiko.
It's
See?
all Sachiko.
Yeah.
Because Junko has a preference for them together. It's even Sachiko with Yasu.
Yeah, and I was like, is this a ship? Is
And
this
then, right? And then it's Sachiko holding a baby Shoji.
is that
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought it was a doll. I th
it might be a doll
I
of
was like,
Shoji.
yeah, a plushie
Right.
Shoji.
That's possible too. I thought it was
Yeah.
a chibi. I thought it was a chibi Shoji. But she's like
I'm
not wearing a shirt.
Oh, she's not.
And she's not.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess the one on the right is could also be Hachi and not she doesn't have bangs. So,
No.
but this is the affair wall.
Yep.
So they're trying to get Nana to not pay attention.
Right.
She's like, "What's wrong with the drawings?" And Junko's like, "Pay no attention, Nana. Look, you got lots of encouraging letters from readers." And she's like, "Really? I want to read them." Squirrel? Huh?
Right. It's fine.
I mean, but it's like, June, what are you doing?
Right.
Stirring that
June.
pot.
Yeah. She's like, I ship them. I It's fine. It's about our relationship, so it's all good.
It's, yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm glad that Hachi was so easily convinced, though,
Mm-hmm.
not to look. And so she's reading one of the postcards, and it's, "Hello, it's always been a pleasure that I read Nana." But in the third box of page 38, in volume 3, Nana says that Trap Nest basis is Naoki. Isn't it Takumi?
Kirsten wrote this letter. That's
I did it. My name is Bruno. It's me.
Right.
I'm the problem. Um, and so Nana's like, "You're really a Trap Nest fan, huh?" And Takumi, your fave. Let's see. It can't be. I said Takumi. I'm sure I said Takumi.
She didn't, though. I know she didn't. Because I
It's
remember
decided,
this moment.
right? And so June says, "It's decided. You'll be traded in."
Right.
So now Hachi cries and she's like, "I'm sorry." And June's like, "Let's read another letter." Do do do. Um,
Nobody wants to read it,
Nobu
so.
reads it. The letter says, okay, let's see if I can read this letter. It says, "Hello. I was shocked by the fact, oh my God," and it reloaded.
Oh
Stop it. There we
no.
go. Okay, let me make it big again. "Hello. Oh my, it doesn't want to let me, there, stay. Hello. I was shocked by the fact that Juniko's play was closed, but actually, I'm terribly lost." Okay, so that was in the letter. That was still him reading the letter. Do I have to go to the bar on the third floor or the soba restaurant on the fourth? Tell me what I should do. This is the biggest dilemma I've ever had in my life. I'm counting on a something sensei and the stairs in this manga to keep working hard. So that was Nobu still reading it.
Yeah, yeah. And then, I mean, Hachi has a thing. She's just like, what are those places? What are you guys even talking about? And then
Yeah.
June's like, well, they're talking about the joints in the Yazawa building. In volume
Hmm.
3, they had a sign up in the corner. And then we get like a flashback within the fourth wall break.
So yeah, backstage
Backstage of
because
like,
it's like yeah,
yeah, like Mamiri's of Tenshi Nanka. I'm gonna butcher that last part. Uh, Tenchi Naka. It's a sexy bar. Apparently, I was like, they have a sexy bar.
they have a sexy bar. What? So yeah, in mine it says scenes in question, and then it has the bar owned by Mamirim. And that is from um, I'm Not an Angel or Tenshi Nanka. What is it? And uh, Janai. I something. It's I'm Not an Angel in English. And then the other place is actually it's also something else on the list is the neighborhood story floor. So they're
Mhm.
different floors of the different mangas.
Right, because it says that you like in what is that? Gokunjo, the Gokunjo
Yeah.
soba spot. So I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So like each floor though is a different backstage.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. Which I'm like, I don't want to build that too, but I could.
Right? Because well, especially because like Nana's so well, Hachi is
But I
so
could have it
excited.
be like the Yazawa like filming studio or something.
Right?
Cause why not? Um and so Nana is now reading Nana.
Right? The third volume. She's like,
Right?
June, Isabella's island is on the sixth floor. Is that Isabella from Parakiss? June's like, yeah. She's like, if I go down there, can I meet George?
Uh-huh. Yep. And she's like, maybe.
Maybe.
Right? Um so she's like, let's go check it out, Nana. And Nana's like, go alone, but if we see Arashi, you can talk to him about the band. And she goes, ah, that's true. And then Nobu's like freaking out in the background. And he's like, what about me? What do I do? And Hachi's like,
Right.
see you later.
Right.
And so they get in the elevator, and Hachi's like, whoa, my heart's beating fast. I wonder if George is there. What will we talk about? Nothing, Hachi.
Nothing. Mm-mm.
What do you
Nope.
talk about George about?
I don't
Nothing.
know.
Work.
Yeah. Work.
Work.
Yeah. Uh, Patterns and fabric types.
That's work.
It's yeah, it is.
That's his work. You talk about his work. Um, and so then Nana says, by the way, Isabella's mansion, what do they do there? And Hachi's like, I don't know. A vacation agency?
It's interesting that she says like, what a travel
This is a vacation agency
a
in mine.
vacation agency. She's like a palm reader in mind. She's like, I want my
What?
palm read for my
That is
love life.
so different.
I know. I'm like, you get travel agency and
Okay, so
palm
yeah,
reader
in the little words it says in that case, I'd like to be told my future in love
from a travel agency.
from a
Hmm.
no, not travel, vacation
Oh,
agency.
vacation agency.
Yes. I don't know.
I don't
So
know.
the door opens though, and it's like a spooky mansion on like a hill.
Right? Creepy Dracula. Like, you go here to die.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it kind of looks like. It looks super spooky, but it is
Mm-hmm.
nighttime,
Right?
and they're like jumping through dimensions.
Right? I'm just like, oh,
It
okay.
says, in my opinion, if Nana hadn't have been with me at that moment, I never would have been able to return to this world. I sincerely believe that.
She basically in mine repeats what she said before about the shoji thing. She's like, if Nana hadn't been there for me, I would have thrown myself into the Tama River.
Oh my god.
Which is what she said about the shoji
Yeah,
situation.
it is.
I don't know. I think that's funny.
But that's also weird. It's like, but you wouldn't have been able to throw yourself in the Tamara River because you're actually in a different dimension because you
Right?
traveled in an elevator that took you to a whole nother world that
Right?
doesn't have a Tamara River. I mean, it might.
Probably not a Tama River, probably like a lake of doom.
I mean, if they're all in the same like neighbor, I don't know.
I don't
It's hurting my head. And so Nana's like, we're still in the building, right? And Hachi's like, but we can't go any further. We're
know.
not even under the same editor. Oh, and then there's Junko, and she's like, I await your letters. See you in the next volume, normally.
And she's like, well, we'll be open in the next issue too. Probably. I'm like,
Right.
oh my God.
I'm just like, oh, yeah, no.
Do you
Yeah,
even work?
I mean, yeah, she serves people alcohol.
She does, but like probably
Backstage.
backstage.
But normally.
Probably.
Normally,
Normally.
sometimes, occasionally so.
If she hasn't fucked off to Jackson's hole and
Dude.
just closes down Junko's snack bar.
Right? So funny. It's so funny. Yeah, but this was a good one.
Yeah, it's good. And I think this is the start of like what is it, like the Hachi and Nana being stuck in an alternate dimension for a while.
I think so, yeah. Because
Yeah.
like the first one was okay, but like they're initially just like, hey, this is an idea, right? And then it became
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, we're on vacation, so here's this little side story.
Mm-hmm. It's fun though. It's
I love it, yeah.
yeah, same.
Once it becomes something.
Right?
And that was also Junko's Corner.
So, anyway, thank you guys for joining us on this segment of Junko's Corner. You can find us on the internet at apartment707 underscore on Instagram. And we also have a Gmail at Nana Manga Podcast at gmail.com. If you guys want to email us there, you totally can. And we also have our own Instagrams. She is Kirsten Darling across all platforms, and I am the most active on my Instagram, which is moth underscore LACE, and that has my link tree with all of my other projects. And Kirsten should also have a link tree to all of her stuff as well. We have a Tumblr now, and that is Nana Podcast on Tumblr. Hope to be getting up some fan art and links to these particular episodes and all that jazz. So again, thank you for joining us, and we will see you guys in the next segment.